The 50th anniversary of an Australian football milestone was marked at New South Wales Parliament House this week with the 1974 Socceroos, the first ever national team to represent this country at a FIFA World Cup, celebrating that 50th anniversary. One of the great stories told on the day was by the current Socceroos coach and former Socceroos player Graham Arnold, who recounted being a young man watching that tournament from Germany, beamed in the early hours of the morning, and thinking when he grew up, he wanted to represent that same team. And one man in particular, the striker, Adrian Alston.
Adrian, it's been a really incredible day. It's been a long time coming and so well deserved. What do you think of this whole commemoration of 50 years of setting off what has become a Socceroos and Matildas legend?
I think they've given us our history back, which I thought we'd lost it a little bit for a number of years because of that space in between when from 74, 32 years it took, to get that really interest back, and then the World Cup and stuff. I don't think it should have ever have been forgotten, but for just to give this today, the memories, my teammates and everything like that, the ones who are missing, it's absolutely heartbreaking and everything, and it's hard to take, but it's just so emotional, but so well done. Today, this is a special one. Congratulations to them, the Football Australia, and we are so proud and pleased to be able to be here.
Have you ever felt that you've got the recognition you deserve for being the very first team to qualify for a FIFA World Cup amongst the world, only 16 nations at that time, against how many odds? We can't describe how many odds.
Yeah, I fully agree there, but I think because we're a nation of, we like to knock down, the big poppy. We like to knock people down and have a go about silly things, and obviously the knowledge of football compared to other countries. We have many sports here, and so there's only a certain amount who can do rugby league, AFL, and so the soccer. But what you said, the people I played against overseas after the World Cup was like people Pele, Beckenbauer, Johan Cruyff and so on. They were talking to me like, wow, the World Cup and everything. It's like, but it's not like that here. It's just like, oh well, been to the World Cup, come back, back to the normal life,
Yeah.
So I think because we weren't full-time professionals, that's why you're not really recognised as it is, because all around the world now, the publicity for everybody who's a player,
Yeah, times have certainly changed in that regard. A lot of money, a lot of branding and all the rest of it. But going back to the Friendship, was it the Friendship Cup that was played in Vietnam?
That was Vietnam. That was a year before my time.
Yeah,
so
but the stories.
I wasn't interested in that one.
You know the stories, right?
Yes.
And so here's the Australian team, the Socceroos, going into what is essentially a war zone, and a lot of the core of the team that went on to the 74 World Cup kind of found their foundations there. But the stories that all of you have gone through as a collective is quite phenomenal. It would not be the same sorts of stories you would hear from any national team now.
Never. Yeah, I went to also with the team. I went to Vietnam twice. We went there twice more after that, and all the stuff, and during the wartime and everything. And I think that's made us stronger. It gave us that bonding, between everybody. And as whoever was speaking there about, the bullets at night time and everything, you could see them in the sky going up and the noises going off and everything. Everything was tense, but because we had each other, we overcame all that. And so whenever there was a hassle at the airport and you're hanging around waiting for buses, we used to start singing and playing bloody games in the airport with the ball and all that. So we made it jovial wherever we went. We made it to be enjoyed, because obviously we're not getting paid.
Yeah. Two more quick questions, and we know and the cameraman is doing a terrific job. First question is, of course, what you gave up in order to be able to play for the national team back then.
Yes. Lucky. My wife's behind me there. We've been married for 56 years. 4 years before that, we were boyfriend and girlfriend. I came to this country for one season in 1968, and after 3 weeks, I sent for her. I said, "You've got to see this country. It's wonderful." So anyhow, she came, and we were going to go back at the end of the season and obviously get married and stuff. But I got picked for New South Wales very quickly. And then before we know, I'm picked for Australia. So she didn't see her family for 6 years. And what I said before was the truth. We used to go away for weeks and weeks on end on these tours and playing games in every country, and she's left no grandparents, no family, just a baby, a new baby. And so what she went through, it was just, more than I could ever go through anyway. It makes you strong.
And my final question is, there was some real recognition from Graham Arnold, the current Socceroo coach, talking about you guys being the inspiration for him to follow the dream that he followed, and now he's national coach, having played for the Socceroos for so long. How does that make you feel that your own legend is still living through the current squad?
Yeah, I've never heard him tell a lie before.
You don't believe it?
I've never heard him tell a lie. That's what I mean. It's obviously true. I was his favourite player. It's obviously true. Because I've never heard him tell lies. But no, and that's another one. It really touched me, because I thought, wow, for him to look at somebody like me. But then again, I thought, well, why not? Because he was looking at me like I look at other players. When I first arrived, for me to get into the Australian squad with all those players, and I used to go training with them. I was down in the South Coast. I was the only one from South Coast United, and training in Sydney with the Socceroos, and it was like, I'm looking round, I'm in awe, and hopefully I turned something round and other people looked at it. Get emotional.
Well, you should get emotional. It's been a wonderful day, and what you've contributed to the history of the world game here in Australia is really terrific. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, my love.